Welcome to the Prop Market. I'm your host, the Prop King, and today I have NBA playoff picks for May 11th, 2025. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And if you're not a mother, hopefully you get to kiss your mother, tell her you love her, all those type of things. We have six player props and one best bet. Our best bet hit again for the fifth show. I think we're 9 out of 10 on our best bets of our last 10 best bets. So anybody that's been following me with your best bets, go ahead and subscribe right now. I've been making you a killing. Player props went one of four yesterday, only hit on Bridges. The other two lost by the hook. So we're coming back today with a really, really strong show. Six player props, like I said, one best bet. And I'm super confident in this show, almost confident as any show I've had all year for the NBA, as we have some really good lines out and some guys that aren't going to see much action, which is going to cost them to go under the under. I have six unders for you. Yes, I'm not a fan, so I do bet unders a lot more because, in my opinion, unders hit more often. And hopefully, we hit a 6-0 today, just to kind of like even everything out. Did get a sweep 2 days ago, but now I'm hoping to come back with another sweep after two bad, I guess, two subpar games. But I mean, I guess we really had 2 bad days to be honest. So this has got to be a bounce back spot. We can't have 3 bad days in a row. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started here. I think you're catching me at the right time. 40 or 45, 47%. Got to get better than that. Hammer plays. We finally lost one yesterday as Gobert went over by one, um, which I didn't think he was going to come back in the game. I thought we were going to easily cash, and they put him in the last minute, and he won by the hook. Best bet 16 to 6. Once again, we're still rolling. We're at 73%. That's a crazy amount. And a lot of times people are saying, is that really? Go back and look all the shows that I've had. Everything is time stamped. Yes, I am not losing any best bets as far as picks, and I think I have another great one for you today. So if you live in a place where you can gamble, man, pass the word along that it's just we're building a money tree over here for you, for our best bets for actually picks for the game. I don't have a lot of picks. I usually just have one best bet, but it's been cashing at an insane, crazy, astronomical amount of winning for anyone who has been a part of it. Now let's get to our player props. My first player prop is my hammer play. I have Michael Porter Jr. of the Nuggets, and I'm going to go ahead and fade Michael Porter Jr. here. He's been dealing with an injury that's really been hindering him, hindering his ability to rebound and shoot as well. He did play 42 minutes in the last game, although I feel like that's an anomaly. Also, it was an overtime game. I expect 30 minutes or so coming up. He was 5 of 6 and from three and 70% overall shooting. Got to be some regression there. I expect a regression, and I expect this game to kind of humble him as far as his scoring. He was 3 of 18 prior to these games. OKC is one of the best defenses in the league. They also do a really good job stopping the three-point shots. He hit some threes. I mean, they were crazy. They were in his face. He knocked them down. Credit to him. Season average 27. Playoff average is 16. PRA projection is 18. I'm going to go ahead and bet it's under 19.5 PRA here. I like this number as it's creeped back up to a percentage that I really like. This is where his number was at before the injury, and I don't see him getting those same type of minutes or those opportunities. So go ahead and lock this in under 19.5. Next guy is Chet Holmgren of the Thunder. I'm going to go ahead and fade Chet Holmgren as well. Chet has shown the ability to, rebound in this series, rebounding at a great rate, but he looked tired at the end of the game last game. In fact, OKC started the overtime with him on the bench, and I do believe if they played well, he wouldn't have came off the bench just because he looked so tired, averaging 28 minutes in the season, 32 in the playoffs. So I believe it's going to be somewhere in the middle of that, about 30 minutes for him. Like I said, rebounding has been crazy, 16 11 in the last two games. I do expect a regression for him, as well as I feel like he's going to be forced to close out Aaron Gordon now, who's constantly hitting threes. The fact that he doesn't close out well is really hurting him. And honestly, I see him, trying to be overzealous on the defensive end, getting himself into foul trouble, along with just having to play away from the basket. which will limit his rebounds. So I really like him here under 27 PRA. I'm going back with Chet Holmgren on his under. I feel really confident. I almost picked this as my hammer play. I couldn't figure out which one I liked more, but I liked both of them to be honest. Next guy is TJ McConnell, and this is a different type of fade here. I haven't faded TJ McConnell but once this season, and he did go over. He played a great game three, but game one and two, not so good, went under this number. Halliburton will need to play more minutes and play more, and unfortunately for TJ McConnell, he's Halliburton's backup. I think they saw in game three that this is not the recipe to win. Game one and two, he had 14 plus 15 PRA minutes, and then PRA is 1 point higher than it's been all year. So I don't think the recipe is to play TJ McConnell 21 minutes. I think the recipe is to get him limited minutes and have Halliburton in the game more. So I think they saw that, yeah, he played well, but I do think his minutes are going to shrink. Give me his under 14.5 PRA for TJ McConnell. Next guy is a guy that's been shooting absolutely horribly. Let's be honest. No other way to go about this with with Ty Jerome. He's been, absolutely horrible. Faded him the last two games without actually being on the show. Did not add it to the show. I probably should have. He is 2 of 22 in his last two games as far as shooting 8% from the 3-point line for the series. I expect his minutes to be cut due to his play and also because Garland is coming back and he's back. So, his minutes automatically were getting cut, but when you're shooting 8% from the 3-point line, you start to get the case of the yips a little bit. Should get 10 to 15 minutes, but I think his usage rate will be a little lower. He's going to always be on the court with Garland or with Mitchell, who are the lead guards. Uh, if he breaks out of his slump and goes crazy, you'll know it. He'll hit his first two shots, and then yes, this bet is in trouble. But if he doesn't come out and hit, two shots in the first 3 minutes of him being on the court, he's not going to go over this number because his minutes and his usage rate won't be there. So with that being said, I like Ty Jerome under 15.5 PRA. Go ahead and lock that one in. Now we're going with Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam, faded him last show. We went ahead and cashed in with him. Faded him 2 days ago. Not a good matchup with Mobley. Let's be honest, Mobley is the defensive player of the year, and that's who's guarding Pascal Siakam. There's a reason why he hasn't went over in this series. They have dropped his number to 27 from 30. And I'm honestly at this point, I still like it. Not as much as I liked it at 29 and 30, but I still like it. Only 28 minutes, 8 for 14 shooting. So he did shoot pretty well, but he's not very aggressive. And the reason why he's not aggressive is because it's in his head. He's going against, Mobley, who was a good defender. Most of his shots came off of baseline cuts, and he had a nice little flurry to start the third quarter. But, and that aggressiveness was there. Also, he's getting into foul trouble. He is dealing in a situation where he's guarding a big that's, forcing him to move his feet a lot more and also guarding the paint, which he's a slight build. He's truly a three, but he's playing the four for them. I do not like this matchup for him. I do like his under. You see his season average, playoff average. I got a PRA projection at 25. Give me under 27 PRA for Pascal Siakam. And then our last pick of the day is Darius Garland, one prop king emoji. And yes, I have been fading Darius Garland all year. Yes, it has worked all year. But why am I not so confident? Well, there is a reason. He went 2 of 7 from three, but they were all good looks. Indiana's not a great defensive team. They don't seem to care about playing defense. He did just have 14 PRA in his first game back. He did look injured with no explosion, so this is why I'm still betting him. He played 25 minutes. I don't know if that's going to increase or not. Maybe a little bit to maybe 28, maybe to 28 to 30 minutes. But I don't see it. I see 30 minutes being his ceiling. Did not shoot the ball well. Usually, I'm someone who has dealt with injuries. Coming back that first game usually is your, easiest game to come back from. That second game is when you start to feel that injury a little bit more. And he shot 27% from the field as far as from the field, which is not good. So I'm gonna fade Darius Garland here, despite his season average and playoff average. I'm gonna, you know, Fade him under 23.5 PRA. Once again, one prop king emoji, and the only reason why that's there is because every shot he had was wide open because the Pacers don't really want to play defense. I think they're gonna have to figure something out defensively this game to try to force the Cavs, things to be a little bit harder for them. Today's best bets, Nuggets versus OKC. And I do love the Nuggets plus 6.5. I'm not understanding how they're 6 point underdogs coming off a win. I understand OKC has been good all during the regular season, but that was the regular season. This is the postseason. The Nuggets are winning DNA, championship DNA. They have Joker, they have Murray. In my opinion, they have better overall players. OKC may be the better team, but I'm not gonna fade the Nuggets here. 6.5. You give me 6 points when they're at home. They might win this game outright, but they're definitely good enough to keep it within six. Best bets have been cashing at a crazy amount. I will go ahead and go ahead and run to your sports book, run to the window. Give me Nuggets plus 6.5. For a recap, we got Porter Jr. under 19.5 PRA, Holmgren under 27 PRA. I really like that pick as well. Jerome under 15.5 PRA, McConnell under 14.5 PRA, Garland under 23.5 PRA, and Siakam under 27 PRA. If you enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button. If you have any comments, I welcome all comments, good, bad, or otherwise. Please leave those. It helps the algorithm. Also, hit the like button. I appreciate all the likes. If you're playing this and you're hitting wins and you're making great gains, show some support. And like I always tell you guys, subscribing is easy. It's free. Just hit that button right there at the bottom of your screen. I will be your tour guide throughout the NBA playoffs, having picks for you every night, and not just one or two picks. Some people have one, two, three picks. I'm giving you six picks, a lot of picks. And when I'm one of the only people, I think I may be the only person on the internet that actually gives unders consistently. I think everyone else just does overs. So, with that being said, and unders hitting at a higher percentage, man, this is some good opportunities for us. Hopefully, we go 6-0 on our player props today. Definitely would love to have a day like that, along with 1-0 once again on our best bets. But if you enjoyed the video, you already guys know what to do. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hopefully you return. If I don't win for you today and you're new, man, don't worry about it. You don't have to come back. That's how confident I am with the picks we have today. And with all that being said, keep what you like, leave what you don't, and let's cash.